Imagine this. You're surrounded by people chasing success. Some play by the rules, work hard, and cling to their principles. Others lie, manipulate, and crush anyone who stands in their way. Now ask yourself, who do you see at the top? Who writes the rules, controls the game, and owns the world? It's the ruthless, the unapologetic, the ones who don't hesitate. Why does the world favor those without morality? History shouts the answer. Caesars, emperors, warlords, billionaires. The pattern is clear. The most ruthless rise. But this isn't random. It's not a flaw in the system. It is the system. To understand this, we need to step inside the mind of power itself and face a harsh truth about human nature. Power is not a reward for goodness. It's a prize for those who take it. We're fed a comforting lie that success comes to those who work hard, who have talent, who keep their integrity. But history, business, and politics tell a far darker story. Power does not reward those who deserve it. It rewards those who seize it. The world isn't designed to lift the virtuous. It's built to serve those who grasp its mechanic and exploit them without hesitation. Success isn't about fairness. It's about control, strategy, and the brutal willingness to do what others won't. Why do corrupt politicians thrive? Because they understand the game better than their honest counterpart. Politics isn't about justice, it's about influence. The leader who tells people what they want to hear manipulates the system to hold authority and silence it. Opposition will always rise higher than the one who clings to integrity at the cost of power. Morality is a weakness when the goal is domination. History proves this. The most powerful rulers weren't the most ethical, they were the most strategic. They made promises they never intended to keep, built alliances only to break them when it suited their ambitions. They knew power isn't given, it's taken. Why do ruthless CEOs dominate industries? Because business is war, not charity. A CEO who prioritizes fairness over efficiency, loyalty over results, or ethics over expansion, will be crushed by competitors who make the hard choices others refuse to make. The companies that survive are the ones willing to cut jobs even if it devastates thousands. The leaders who rise are those who eliminate competition, not those who make peace with it. Industries thrive through calculated exploitation of labor, markets, and resources. It's uncomfortable, but it's the truth. The economy doesn't reward kindness, it rewards dominance. Why do history's greatest rulers carry dark pasts? Because greatness and ruthlessness often walk hand in hand. Alexander the Great didn't conquer the world through diplomacy alone. He burned cities to the ground. Julius Caesar didn't rise through honor. He seized power with ambition and cunning. This isn't a story of heroes, it's a story of survival, the cold, relentless pursuit of power in a world that rewards strength, not virtue. And if you want to rise, if you want to lead, you must understand this reality. Kindness is a luxury for those who don't have to fight for survival. For the rest, it's a liability. Power demands decisiveness, strategy, and sometimes cruelty. So ask yourself, are you willing to see the world as it is? Are you ready to play by its rules? Or will you cling to illusions that keep you weak? Because history doesn't remember the good, it remembers the victorious. And the victors are never kind. He betrayed the Senate. Napoleon didn't build his empire by following rules, he rewrote them in his favor. Power has never been about kindness, it's about control. The leaders who left a lasting mark on history understood this fundamental truth. A ruler must be feared before they can be loved. Fairness, it's an illusion, a tool designed to keep the weak in line. Society teaches us to play fair, to trust that good people will eventually win. But who makes these rules? The very people who benefit from them. Workers are told to be loyal while corporations discard them the moment they stop making profit. Citizens are urged to obey laws while the elite bend those laws to shield themselves. The masses believe in justice, but the powerful manipulate the legal system to serve their own interests. Fairness isn't a universal truth, it's a story crafted to maintain control. The real world belongs to those who see through this and act accordingly. Power isn't something you earn by merit, it's something you seize by force. Friedrich Nietzsche didn't just question morality, he exposed it as a deception. In his groundbreaking work, Beyond Good and Evil, he argued that morality is not an objective truth but a tool, a carefully constructed illusion used by the weak to shame, control, and restrain the strong. What we call good and evil are not eternal laws. They are social constructs designed to serve different groups. The weak, unable to grasp power themselves, create moral systems that demonize strength and ambition while glorifying submission and meekness. The strong, however, see morality for what it is. A cage meant to hold down those who might otherwise rule. At the core of Nietzsche's philosophy is the will to power, the fundamental force driving all life. According to him, humans don't seek happiness, peace, or survival as their highest aim. Instead, they crave power, the ability to impose their will on the world, to shape reality according to their vision. Power is not just political or physical, it is psychological, intellectual, and creative. The greatest minds throughout history, philosophers, artists, warriors, Rulers were not passive seekers of truth or justice. They were conquerors of reality, bending society, culture, and even morality to their will. The will to power isn't about cruelty for cruelty's sake. It's about breaking free from limitation, rejecting weak morality, and forging your own path. Those who embrace this force shape history. Those who deny it become footnotes. Nietzsche divided morality into two opposing forces: master morality and slave morality. Master morality belongs to the strong. It values strength, ambition, and self-overcoming. It belongs to leaders, warriors, and creators, those who don't ask for permission but take what they want. The strong define their own morality based on excellence, dominance, and the relentless pursuit of greatness. Slave morality, on the other hand, belongs to the weak. It values submission, obedience, and victim. It tells the powerless to accept their lot, to see their suffering as virtuous, and to condemn strength as evil. It's a morality built on resentment and fear, designed to undermine the strong and uphold the weak. History is shaped by those who reject slave morality and embrace the will to power. They do not apologize for their ambition. They do not seek approval from the masses. Instead, they command respect through action, vision, and strength. To succeed, to rise above the crowd, you must understand that morality is not a fixed compass. It's a battlefield. You must decide which morality serves you, and be willing to challenge the narratives that hold you back. In this game of power, kindness is a luxury you cannot afford. Compassion is often a disguise for weakness. If you want to rule, you must be prepared to outthink, outmaneuver, and outlast those who would stand in your way. This isn't about cruelty or evil. It's about survival, growth, and mastery. It's about refusing to be shackled by outdated ideals that benefit only the weak. The question is simple. Will you be the master who creates your own value, or the slave who lives by the values of others? Will you seize power and shape your destiny, or wait for permission and remain forgotten? The strong don't wait for permission. They act, they conquer, they leave their mark. Which side will you choose? It is the mindset of the ruled, those who, unable to rise above their conditions, create moral systems that glorify suffering, humility, and weakness. Instead of striving for power, they resent those who have it. Instead of seeking victory, they demonize those who achieve it. Slave morality preaches virtues like kindness, patience, and humility, not because these traits are truly noble, but because they keep the weak from rebelling against their place. The masses are taught to believe that strength is evil, ambition is selfish, and power is corrupt. This ensures only a few ever dare to claim it. The reality: morality is a choice, not a law. Nietzsche forces us to confront this. Will you live by the morality imposed upon you, or will you create your own? If you cling to traditional morality, you will remain powerless, trapped in a system designed to keep you weak. But if you reject it and forge your own path, you become the architect of your own destiny. History does not remember the obedient, it remembers the ones who rise above the herd. Success is not random. It doesn't favor the most moral, the kindest, or even the most deserving. It follows psychological laws, patterns that reward certain mindsets and punish others. Across history, business, politics, and every domain, those who rise to power don't do so because they are good people. They succeed because they possess specific psychological traits that separate them from the masses. These traits are the true currency of power, and those who master them dominate the world. Ambition, the relentless desire to rise, is the first and most crucial trait of winners. It's a hunger so deep that nothing satisfies it except victory. Ordinary people settle. They accept their circumstances and make peace with mediocrity. The ambitious never do. They see every obstacle as a challenge, every setback as fuel. Ambition isn't about dreaming, it's about obsession. It's the unshakable belief that you are meant for more, and the refusal to accept anything less. Look at history's greatest rulers, CEOs, and visionaries. None of them were content. They wanted more, and they took it. Indecision is death. In the world of power, the weak hesitate, overanalyze, and second-guess themselves. The strong act decisively. Leaders make decisions with speed and confidence. They don't wait for the perfect moment. They create it. Indecisive people let opportunities slip away, paralyzed by fear of failure. The winners take risks, while others debate. A decisive mindset doesn't mean reckless choices. It means trusting your instincts, committing to a path, and adjusting as you go. Most people avoid risk because they fear loss, rejection, or failure. The powerful embrace risk because they understand it is the price of victory. Fear is what keeps the weak in place. They fear change, standing out, the unknown. The powerful see fear as a signal, a guide, not a barrier. They don't run from fear. They harness it, channel it into action. They transform anxiety into focus, hesitation into movement. Fear sharpens their instincts, making them more alert and ready. These traits, ambition, decisiveness, risk tolerance, are not accidents. They are habits cultivated daily, a mindset reinforced with every choice. The path to power isn't for the faint-hearted. It demands toughness, resilience, and unwavering clarity. But remember, power is not just raw force. It's also patience, strategy, and subtlety. Those who understand power know when to strike and when to wait. They build alliances when useful and discard them without remorse when they're not. Mastery over yourself is the first step to mastery over others. Control your fears, desires, and doubts, and you begin to control your fate. Power flows to those who command themselves first. So the question remains, will you accept the morality handed down to you, or will you dare to rewrite it? Will you settle for the comfort of weakness, or will you embrace the fierce pursuit of your own greatness? History is not kind to the timid. It honors those who rise, who dare, who take. The future belongs to those who act, not tomorrow, not later, but now. Will you be one of? Fear is a compass. If something scares you, it means it's worth pursuing. Look at the most successful figures in history: conquerors, entrepreneurs, revolutionaries. None of them played it safe. They risked everything because they understood that fortune favors the bold. Strategic ruthlessness, knowing when to play by the rules and when to break them, is their secret weapon. The world preaches fairness, but those who rise to power know a brutal truth. Rules only matter if you believe in them. The powerful don't blindly follow laws. They analyze, exploit, and bend them when necessary. They recognize when kindness is a weakness, and when it's a weapon. Strategic ruthlessness isn't cruelty, it's efficiency. It's removing emotion from decisions, cutting ties that hold you back, and doing what must be done even when it's uncomfortable. The cold truth is this: success rewards strength, not morality. The world doesn't honor kindness, fairness, or virtue. It rewards those who master the psychology of power. Winners aren't the most ethical, they're the most ambitious, decisive, fearless, and strategic. If you want to rise, you must develop these traits. Because in the end, power belongs to those who take it. Power is seductive but dangerous. Those who climb to the top through ruthlessness and dominance might feel untouchable, but history says otherwise. Those who fail to master power eventually lose it. Ruthlessness can secure power, but it doesn't guarantee survival. Look at Julius Caesar: brilliant, ruthless, and charismatic. He bent the Roman Republic to his will. Yet his greatest strength became his downfall. The Senate saw him as a threat. Allies turned enemies. His ambition made him a target. In 44 BC, those who once stood beside him stabbed him to death. His fate wasn't chance. It was the consequence of unchecked power. Or Napoleon, the man who conquered too much. He reshaped Europe, turning France into an empire. His military genius was unmatched, his strategies revolutionary. But power blinded. He overreached, invading Russia. Despite clear warning, his confidence slipped into arrogance. His empire collapsed. From emperor to exile. Napoleon's story proves those who don't control their hunger for power are eventually consumed by it. The modern world echoes the same pattern. Corporate giants rise and fall, just like emperor. Blockbuster dominated video rentals, until it dismissed Netflix as irrelevant. Kodak invented the digital camera but ignored it, watching competitors take over. The same ruthless dynamics govern business empire. Those unwilling to adapt, or who cling to outdated rules, get crushed. Strategic ruthlessness means cutting losses, making hard decisions, and outmaneuvering opponents. It means knowing when to disrupt and when to build alliances. It means patience and boldness combined, a killer instinct paired with calculated moves. Power is a game of psychology and timing. You must strike when others hesitate. You must act while others second guess. The weak fall prey to fear and indecision. The powerful turn fear into fuel. But beware, too much ruthlessness without control is a path to ruin. Power is a fire. If you don't manage it, it will burn you. The greatest leaders are those who balance ambition with wisdom, ruthlessness with restraint. So, what will you choose? Will you settle for the safety of kindness, hoping it will be enough? Or will you embrace the truth that power demands boldness, strategy, and sometimes ruthless clarity? The road is harsh, but the reward is undeniable. Rise, act decisively, and claim your place at the top. Because in this world, strength rules, not fairness, not mercy, but strength. Will you take what is yours? Tech giants once untouchable fell, not because they lacked innovation, but because they feared it would destroy their existing empire. Kodak invented the digital camera, but refused to embrace it, worried it would kill their film business. Blockbuster dismissed Netflix as a passing fad. These examples show a harsh reality. Power does not tolerate stagnation. Those who fail to adapt, evolve, or keep control of their own hubris inevitably fall. The key lesson is simple: master power, or be destroyed by it. The ultimate truth about power is balance, Ruthlessness alone isn't enough. It must be paired with self-awareness. Dominance without wisdom is a path to ruin. Success isn't the final goal, it must be sustained. The greatest mistake powerful people make is believing they are untouchable. The moment they stop mastering power, power masters them. So if you rise, will you learn from history, or fall like the rest? The key to real power is balance. Those who blindly follow morality remain weak. Those who discard it entirely become reckless. The winners are those who understand how to navigate the unspoken, ruthless rules of power. First, reject naive morality. Goodness alone won't save you. Many grow up believing hard work, kindness, and virtue guarantee success, that the world rewards the good and punishes the wicked. History and reality prove the opposite. The world is not fair. The strong don't wait for permission. Those who blindly cling to morality often become victims of those who manipulate. This doesn't mean becoming a villain. It means seeing through the illusion. Play by the rules when they serve you, but know when to break them when they don't. Second, embrace strength. Build yourself into someone who commands power not just through manipulation or deceit, but through genuine strength. Ambition. Set goals so big they scare you. Confidence. Stop seeking approval, own your path. Decisiveness. When a choice is needed, make it without hesitation. People follow those who radiate power, not those who beg. Third, stay strategic. Know when to be ruthless and when to build alliances. Many think power is only about crushing others, but the greatest figures in history understood that alliances, timing, and strategy matter just as much as dominance. Julius Caesar built alliances before seizing Rome. Machiavelli taught when to appear kind and when to be feared. Great leaders don't destroy everyone they create loyal followers. Never let emotions dictate your action. If ruthlessness is required, use it. If kindness benefits you, embrace it. Your morality should be a tool, not a cage. Fourth, adapt and evolve. Only those who change survive. History teaches one lesson clearly: those who refuse to evolve are doomed to fall. Empires collapse when they ignore new threats. Businesses crumble when they resist innovation. Leaders fall when they grow too comfortable. True masters of power know rigidity is death. The powerful are not those who stand still. They are those who move faster, think deeper, and adapt smarter. They see change not as a threat, but as an opportunity. In the end, power is not a prize for the good or the kind. It is a game for the strong, the strategic, and the fearless. Those who learn to balance ambition with wisdom, ruthlessness with empathy, and strength with flexibility are the ones who survive and thrive. So ask yourself, will you become a master of power, or a victim of? Will you rise by learning the real rules, or fall by clinging to illusion? History remembers only the victors. The question is, will you be one of? Evolution is survival. If you want lasting success, you must be ready to change, to grow, and to shift your approach whenever the moment demands. The strongest aren't simply the most ruthless, they're the ones who learn, adapt, and endure. The true balance of power and morality lies in mastering both, not being controlled by either. Power doesn't have to corrupt. Success doesn't have to destroy. The greatest leaders, thinkers, and conquerors in history understood this. Real strength comes from mastering ruthlessness and morality alike. So ask yourself, will you be a pawn of the system, a brute who rises only to fall? Or will you take the third path, strength without corruption? The world doesn't run on fairness. It doesn't reward morality, nor does it punish evil. It rewards strength. It favors those who understand how power truly operates, those who are strategic, ambitious, and fearless enough to take what they want. Most people live in a comforting illusion that hard work and virtue alone lead to success. But history tells a very different story. The people who rise to the top aren't always the smartest or the kindest. They are the ones who understand the game and play it better than everyone else. Power belongs to those who see reality for what it is, not for what they wish it to be. Power itself isn't good or bad. It's a tool, a force of nature, a weapon. In the hands of fools, it breeds chaos. In the hands of tyrants, it brings suffering. But in the hands of the wise, it shapes the world. If you want power, you must be willing to embrace the truth. Success isn't given, it's taken. You must be ready to make hard decisions, to step outside the boundaries of conventional morality, and to claim your place in the world. But remember this: power without control is a path to ruin. Those who rise without understanding its dangers are destined to be destroyed by their own arrogance. So, the real question is, will you master power, or will power master you? If this message struck a chord, if you crave deeper insights into power, philosophy, and psychology, subscribe to the channel. Challenge yourself. Rise above. Become more. Like this video. Share it with those who need to hear the truth. And comment below. Do you believe morality is a weakness in today's world, or can true power exist without ruthlessness? Let's discuss.